my first thoughts were, I saw this coming a mile away. You know, you and I have talked several times specifically about what people say on the internet. And I've watched No Jumper many times, and my jaw has dropped to the ground just hearing just random things that let's go Brick Baby. I mean, I've heard Loose Cannon make accusations. You know, they've talked about always carrying on them, and that what they're carrying isn't legal, and all this stuff. I'm like, why are they saying this on camera? But that was my first thought when I first heard this, was they have been talking about stuff like this. Well, they've been incriminating themselves for years, and it was only a matter of time. That was my thought. What do you think about that aspect, man, of people who just, you know, back in the day, Perry, when you were coming up, you know, back in your day, even before that, it was cool to be quiet. Now it's cool, and I put cool in quotes, to do a crime and then go online and just brag about it and talk about it.
Yeah, so the gang culture in itself, most people gravitate towards gangs out of a need for acceptance, out of a need to be, idolized and, respected and looked at in a certain light. So what the internet has done, it has, magnified that to made it so easy to be, this type of this figure, this celebrity, this famous person, whatever however people view people out there on the internet. I've been in here, so I don't know, but just my perspective is the internet now allows you to become famous overnight for being ignorant, I'm going to say ignorant, because ignorant just means a lack of knowledge, which a lot of them are. They have a lack of knowledge while they're doing what they're doing. But you become an internet sensation by saying destructive stuff online, putting out a bunch of nonsense. And that makes people feel good. That makes people feel I'm somebody. Every time I'm being talked about all day online, I got thousands of followers. I got thousands of people egging me on with this nonsense. I'm pulling up, the women, all they see is, oh, that's the boy from No Jumpers. Oh, what's up? They trying to holler at him. I'm fame. I'm probably making a little money off the podcast. So I'm rolling around. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. And all this is releasing dopamine to the brain. All this is feeding the reward system. It's feeding it. Okay. So if I get online and say this, I get all these praises, I get all this stuff, I get that. It's feeding the reward system. And when you feed the reward system in the brain so much, the brain is just going to keep telling you to go do what you've been doing. And that's what's going on with these dudes online. They get online and start saying some nonsense. They start seeing how famous they become because of it, and they keep doing it. They keep doing it without running the whole tape through. They never ran the whole tape through. He was just running it in that moment, living in that moment. I'm gonna say this, it's gonna go viral. I'm probably gonna get some more money, or I'm good. But he didn't run the tape all the way through, because if he'd have run the tape all the way through, he would have seen, oh shit, this shit might come after all his money gone. What if they indictment come down on me? They're gonna be using all this against me on the internet. Most people not thinking that far. They just thinking in the moment. And that's what a lot of them young people out there doing. They're just thinking in the moment. I was one of them. So I'm speaking from experience. Very, very impulsive. I guarantee you right now, Brick Baby, his attorney, whoever else on the indictment that says stuff online, they first order of business is they going to be trying to get their attorney to go in there and argue that you can't use anything I said online against me. It's like, man, you should have thought about that before you were saying all that shit. If you really about this life, why are you online incriminating yourself? If you really about this life. And that's just a simple, not thinking it all the way through. But it also makes me sad, because it shows the lack of complete brain development in a lot of our young people. And that comes from trauma that we grew up with in our households. We never processed none of that, so our brains stay chemically imbalanced. And we grew up without our prefrontal cortex growing properly. So we don't even see things that the common person can see, like, why would I be online incriminating myself about committing crimes and stuff? And then when I get arrested, now I'm sad and crying. Who does that in their right mind? And it's because most of us are not in our right mind. We haven't processed that childhood trauma. We have not been taught how to make wise decisions. We only doing what we've been doing, and our brain is only accustomed to what it's been doing. So that's also another thing.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I believe wholeheartedly that many of those individuals on that indictment are only on that indictment because of a saying we've all heard probably before, that hurt people hurt people. A lot of them individuals are just hurt people that went into the world and developed negative coping tools and joining gangs, being criminals, being aggressive, fighting, violent. All that comes from untreated trauma.